Hey everybody, it's the Black Powder Beginner, and I'm back at the table. And if you see my last video, you'll know why that I'm back at the table. That for this particular thing, it's because I made a mistake at the range and sprayed. Just to recap, and sprayed cleaner into the barrel of the Remington new model army target, and didn't realize what I was doing at the time. But when I sprayed the cleaner into the barrel, it the cylinder was still intact in place, and that liquid ran down into the cylinder and into the chambers. And now I have two unfired paper cartridges and one that partially fired. So they're in there, and so now I have to get them out. So, with that being said, I have taken the cylinder out, and I'm going to remove the nipples, which I have to do anyway because I went to the range and they need to be cleaned. So I'm going to just take them all out, and then we're going to see what I do next to remedy the situation. And as far as the reason, why it happened, it was just me not paying attention. That's basically what it was. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and so now I have this situation to contend with. And I spoke to my mentor after I posted the range day video, and he gave me some pointers, of course, on what could be done to fix this situation. I had a thought of my own, um, and because I am so hard headed, I think I'm going to go along with the thought that I had, even though it may not work, but we're going to find out. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just go with the the suggestions that were made to me. So I have here a punch, and I don't necessarily believe that it's long enough. Nope, it's not long enough, and I don't think I have one that is long enough. Here's one that I haven't. This is a new punch kit, and it's one of the things that you will need if you're working with black powder firearms, and it's just something that's good to have. So this one's slightly thinner, and no, that's not gonna. Well, maybe. Well, yeah, it is contacting this one. Let's see. Let's see if it works. So we're just gonna. I'm just gonna work it down a little bit. I don't want to damage the threads, but I think what I'm doing is I can feel it. I can feel the powder. It's compacted like it needs to be, but I don't know if I can actually reach the ball with this punch. It may not be long enough and thin enough, but we're gonna keep working it. Yeah, it moved it a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it did move it a little bit. But I don't think I have the length to take it all the way out. And like I said, I don't want to damage the threads. So the other, well, I got something I could do. Well, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something that I probably shouldn't do. And I'm probably going to pay for it later. Got a file. I got a file. And yeah, probably going to tear this file up in the process of doing what I'm getting ready to do. But here we go. And oh, it moved it. It definitely moved it. It definitely moved it. So let's try this way. And I'm using the soft side of the hammer. I don't have, there we go. I don't have a vise. But it cleared it. Yeah, and you can tell, how bad it is. Look at the powder. The powder got wet. It was wet inside the cylinder, inside the chamber in the cylinder, and it just clumped it all up. But there's the wad, and there's the ball. And this is, I suppose, this is what it looks like when you seat it. Not I suppose, but that's actually what it looks like. So, well, Mr. Keith, listen. I know you're going to say something to me. I just don't have the tools yet. I don't have all of the tools that I need. And the other option that Mr. Keith gave me was to take, which is something that I actually saw with Duelist 1954, Mike Bellevue, and that is when it's in there like this, you you take a screw, a wood screw, and you screw it down, and then you basically, if you don't, you need to put it in a vise, and you can basically, it's a ball puller. It's basically, that's something else, which is basically just a screw. You screw it down in there, and then you just, take a little bit of force and pull it out. I, I could have done that. It just seems like this way, it just seems like this way is easier. And I'm all about taking the easy route. Yeah, see, it moved it. And I'll take my file, which is probably not going to be a file anymore, and put it down in there and just hopefully I don't. And I knew it. I knew it. And I was just getting ready to say, hopefully I don't break the file. But yeah, minus one file. It could still be a file. It's just not as long as it used to be. But I got to get this done. So, well, it worked. Oh, look at that. It worked. So, oh yeah, I can feel it. It's like it's like a brick. I'm scraping the edge of the chamber, and yeah, it's a mess in there. Yeah, there you go. And when I clean this, it's going to it's going to be an absolute mess in this one because this one partially fired. See, there's no ball. There's no ball left. And I really don't know how that happened. What ended up happening was, let me just be honest. So with this one, the it was like the paper cartridge like this, of course. So what ended up happening was that the ball ended up being like right here, right at the edge of the barrel. It was in the barrel, but it wasn't all the way in the barrel. It was like I could see a little bit of the ball kind of hanging out a little bit. And so I had to take my cleaning rod and do what I just did and tap it down. So there you have it. There you have it. Well, that's no good. Well, people, it's a short video. Well, let me just continue on. So this is the 1851 Navy, and I might as well, well, let me not kind of keep things separated here. And this is done for. But I might just keep this just in case something like this happens again. Um, I mean, I really don't use files very often, but they're good to have. But this is part of a cheap file set that I bought off of Amazon for $10. So It does work, it does the job, but it also serves a purpose with another job. So, with that being said, it definitely did what I needed it to do. I got the chambers cleared, and so now we can move on to the cleaning because these things definitely need to be cleaned. And this one is in here, and there you go. And that's something else. I had to do something else. So these firearms sat for a couple days. I am not. I'm just gonna be YouTube's honesty broker when it comes to black powder, and just be honest. They sat for a couple days, and so they are in complete need of cleaning. But that's what we're gonna do. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do right now. But you guys don't get to see that part. What you guys got to see was me rectifying my mistake with the target. And so now I'll go into the mundane action of cleaning the firearms. Mundane, but rewarding. Definitely rewarding when you see your firearm nice and clean and in good working order. So, with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Hey, throw a comment in there. Let me, tell me about your experiences. Let me know that I'm not alone out here just messing up and try to figure it out. And I'll see you next time.